That's in there. Woo! So, the lads' football team have just won 3-1 on penalties, and they are through to the final. Get in! So, I'm buzzing about that. I am in Blakelaw. We've just played against Blakelaw under 12 Lazio. Good game of football. It was 1-0 to us. We went up. Benny scored a free kick, buzzing for him. Then they scored 2 in the second half, so it was 2-1. And then we scored with about 30 seconds left to go to make it 2-2. Went to penalties, and we won 3-1 on penalties. Absolutely buzzing for the lads. I've never had a cup final as a kids football coach, so cannot wait for that. Get in. Right, anyway, I'm going to do a driving video to celebrate. Let's go! Right then, how we doing? Yeah, I'm in Blakelaw. It's not an area of the world I'm that familiar with, so it's going to be another case of just randomly driving around. So I'll not have any local history knowledge or out like that, or street names or anything. I'll just literally go with what's in front of us. So this is the Blakelaw FC hub. There's like a 4G complex there, owned by Leisure United, but we were on the grass pitches today. To be fair, given the amount of rain we've had this week, the pitch held up quite well. I had visions that the game would be off today, which would have been sad. I'm glad it went ahead, obviously. So I'm just going to have a random drive around this neck of the woods, which is the West End of Newcastle. The camera's wonky, so we'll deal with that in a minute. Do it now, actually. Right. So a big hello to any new subscribers. I think I've had a handful since I put my last video up, so welcome. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, get yourself subscribed. It's free. And it helps me towards my target. I'm not going to hit my target of 1,000 before the end of the year. Like, at the time of recording, I've got 682, so to be fair, 700 before the new year would be nice. Right. So this is the West End of Newcastle, and we are approaching Hare Hills roundabout. So, oh yes, I know where this is. I think to the left there's a bit of Hadrian's Wall. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane, hang on, I'm going to go straight ahead. There's a bit of Hadrian's Wall along here somewhere. Is it this? Oh no, it's not this one. Is it? Ah, it is. This is like, no, it's not. Right, ignore me. I haven't a clue what I'm talking about, to be fair. But somewhere, I just stopped there, Mr. Taxi. Somewhere along here is the West Road, which follows the course of Hadrian's Wall, and there's little blobs of Hadrian's Wall just randomly still there, which have been discovered as they've tried to build stuff. And I've decided to come down what looks to be a dead end. Is it? No, it's not. Meadowdale Crescent. So, no idea where this is going to lead to. Check that little bird out. Out of the way, matey. Thank you. Right, what's this place? Cowgate Centre. So, I think I've been along here before when I used to do support work. I had a client, or whatever you want to call them, who lived along here. And I think it brings you out up near where the KFC is, and the Cowgate roundabout. Does it? I don't know. Right. Just to go down here. which way do we get out here? Straight on. Is it? No, we're going straight on. Sorry guys, this was a bit of a boring route to take. It looks like there's a bit of action up there, so we'll go up there. So there we're going, just a little tour of Cowgate. I wonder, you know, when you let a driver through and then they sort of give you like a wave to say thanks, right? I don't know if anyone else is like me, but if I'm really pleased that they've let me through, I'll give them a full hand, like a five finger wave. If it's one of them situations, you know, where it's like a showdown where both cars are stopping and they're both being too polite to let each other through, but you've made the effort to stop and they're just not wanting to go through, and it kind of cheeses me off a little bit when that happened. So when I thank them, I'll only give them like a one finger thanks or a two finger thanks, because I'm just a little bit annoyed that I stopped the car, made the effort to stop the car to let them through, and they're having none of it. Or it happens more where if you're driving down a residential street and only one lane's available to go down because of parked cars, but it's your lane that you've got right of way of, but the guy from the other side decides to go down and you have to stop and wait for them and they'll thank you. But because I'm in a huff, I'll give them like a one-fingered like acknowledgement. Right, I'm talking rubbish and I'm going back to where I started, so I'm going to stop talking rubbish and concentrate. Is this... No, this isn't where I started. Okay, I left here. Oh Jesus, car's straight bloody pulling. Right, Denton Burn reminds me of Biker Grove, because they were the rival like youth club on Biker Grove. Yeah mate, are you from Biker Grove? Nah, I'm from Denton Burn, me. Back in the day, there we go, there was a full hander. Silver Lonnon. Do I carry on here or... Aye. I carry on because I think the West Road's the next one down, and then I can hopefully show you that garage. Petrol station with the little square of Hadrian's Wharf. Right, obviously I'm going to be stuck at this roundabout for a little while, so I'm going to pause and then I'll come back when I've passed the roundabout. I'm going to go straight ahead. Right, we're back. Balloon I just seen on the news that's just recently closed down, that pub on the right. I did a gig there a while ago, and I remember at the end of the gig there was some punters getting proper rowdy with each other, like they were going to have a massive ruck, and it looked like the singer in our band, I didn't see this myself, but the singer in the band was convinced that one of the lads having a ruck had ran off to get a gun. So like while we were busy doing the encore, he was packing up. But aye, that was that. My bearings are just shot because I thought if I'd carried on I would have ended up on the West Road. But clearly not. I did have to put the blower on just to get rid of a bit of condensation, so oh, hang on. Yes. Yes, this is where I thought I was going. So this is the West Road, and that garage, sorry, the petrol station on the right, the SO, there's a little blob of Hadrian's Wall. You see where Solomon's is? I don't know if you can see that, but Solomon's just to the right of the petrol station. I'm going to go around this roundabout so you can see. There's like a bin and a Costa coffee cup next in between those. There was a bit of Hadrian's Wall. Right, we're going to get out the West Road. There we go. I don't know if you managed to get that on camera, but if you go on Google Maps, go on the Street View and plonk the little bloke on the West Road outside that petrol station, you'll see in between the multicoloured bin and the Costa coffee cup there's a little square patch of Hadrian's Wall. I know some of my viewers like to follow where I'm going on Google Maps, which I think is cool. And I think one of those in particular viewers I used to chat to in the comments a while ago, who lives in Canada. I think a family were from the West End of Newcastle, around Fenham Way, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're watching, you know who you are, and a big hello to you, and I appreciate that you're still following after all these years. And I hope that one day you'll get to come over here in person and see it for yourself. Whoa, what's that? The radio just randomly turned itself on. Yeah. So this road, West Road, is the original road into Newcastle from the west. Hence the name Westgate Road, which further down this joins onto Westgate Road, and that was the west gate of the castle. And Hadrian's Wall like followed this route. There's other bits of Hadrian's Wall kicking about a bit further back, and when you go over the A1, like if we're going the other way, we'll get to the end of the West Road, cross over the roundabout, and then onto the A69. There's a big chunk of Hadrian's Wall at the start of the A69. Right, I think we're going to get clogged here. Why have I gone in this lane? What an absolute div. Okay. I've got myself in the wrong lane here. So I just have to put myself back on the right lane. This is going to be a busy road. Who's beaten? I hate it when people beep, because there was a learner driver in the front of that queue turning right, and the dipstick behind beeping him. Right, everyone's a learner. Like, just, you gotta have a bit of patience. I know it's frustrating when you're in a hurry and that, but you've got to let people learn how to drive. Otherwise, they'll end up being a knacker on the road. And would you rather just be patient just for a few seconds and let somebody learn, or would you rather them be a knacker on the road? Right, this is going to be quite boring for you lot, so I'm thinking, shall I pause it and take a bit of a detour? Aye. Tell you what, I'm going to get my maps up on my sat nav and see if there's any turn-offs I can take. Oh, not really. And you can't really turn into any of these streets, they're all like blocked off. A lot of people driving into Newcastle to do a bit of Christmas shopping. Oh, I think they were going to have a scrap over there next to the van. That would have been a good bit of footage for you. Oh, there you go, free dancing, guys. Does he know he's on YouTube? I'm sure there was a bowling alley along here at some point. I remember when I had that support worker job, I remember taking the lad there. Might be a bit further down. Right, I'm going to take this roundabout and head towards Fenham. Let us do now. Come on then, I've let you. There we go. Sorry. Oh, you're welcome. Right, Wingrove Road. Let's go. With a bit of once over. Someone's hat fell on the floor. Must have fell out their pocket or something when they got out their car. So it's a very multicultural area along here, so you'll have lots of different like food shops and like places of worship for various religious groups. Right, what is happening? Grandstand Road area. Excuse me. I've had that lurgy that's been doing the rounds. You know, the coffee, snotty, sneezy, AIDS, whatever you want to call it. It's been keeping us awake at night, so I'm a bit knackered the day. I'm supposed to be going to the 3 Sales to watch the Newcastle v Everton later. Watch Newcastle get beat off Everton. Because let's be honest, Nick Pope will start. Newcastle will go 1-0 up. Everton will end up turning it round to go 2-1. We'll be chasing the game. then Eddie Howe will bring on some substitutes that will have absolutely zero impact on the game, and Jordan Pickford will just absolutely take the mick out of it as usual. Then straight on. Oh, it's a T-junction. T-junction, no, damn me, what's the matter with this? A dead end is what I meant to say. It's a no-through road, so I'm going to have to do a U-turn. Let's do it here. Anyway, in other news, my band, the Cosmics, have finished. As of 2 weeks ago, we did another gig at the that one in Gosforth. The name escapes me. It's one where I did a gig there a while ago, and the phone fell off the holder. Blacksmith Arms in Gosforth. Did a gig there, and Dan, who plays guitar, he's joined another band. So good luck to Dan. Unfortunately, the rest of us have decided that we've had enough and would like to explore other options. So I've still got the ZX80s on the go, which is the 80s cover band. So hopefully that'll start up round about February time. We'll start gigging, hopefully. And I've also got the acoustic stuff. Me and a lad from work called Sean got a little acoustic duo called Spectrum. So that'll well, we've got a gig New Year's Day actually at the Three Sales, so if you want to come and see us, get yourselves down, and then hopefully I'll start doing my own solo acoustic stuff as well once I've had the confidence to just to get up and do it. So hopefully after New Year's Day I'll feel a bit more confident to go out and do some more solo stuff. So this is where I thought it would bring us out. So if you do a right here, it'll take you past the BBC studios and down Barrack Road towards St James's Park. But we're going to do a left because I do have to start making my way back home now. So we have V-Town Moor on the right. Do we? No, it's a bit further down the town moor. So if you do a right, just a little bit further where those next lights are, you do a right there onto the central motorway. So I could have gone that way back. Actually, would that have been easier for me? It would have been. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to let this dude go, and then I'm going to change lanes. And we'll get on the central motorway and then down the coast road. Oh, bloody traffic jam. Right, I'm not going to put you through this then. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll be honest, I'm really annoyed at that because I was going to go the other way through Gosforth and it probably would have been quicker. And obviously there's nothing I can do about it now. Although I could turn left here. because this is going to be like this all the way to the bloody Tyne Bridge, isn't it? I'm actually cheesed off. I'm just going to persevere. Right, I'm going to leave you to it anyway. I've said anyway twice for absolutely no reason. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and thanks again for watching. As I say, please do subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help the channel. And don't forget, you can help support the channel by clicking the link below and buying me a pint. You don't really buy us a pint, it's just a little donation, but you know what I mean. So if you feel like doing that, help to support the channel, and it helps towards fuel costs and whatnot. There'll be a little clip at the end of this to explain more about it. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. I'll leave you to it. So until the next time, drive safely. Thank you and good night. Thanks for watching today. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do. You can click the link below to buy me a pint, and that helps towards the cost of fuel, travel expenses, etc., so I can keep on making these videos for you. Anyone that does buy me a pint will get a mention in the next video. So thank you very much again for your support. See you soon.